So it's not just Antelope, the protocol that's renamed. Also, the next upgrade, it will not be Mandel, it will be Leap, right?
Correct. So Mandel, the only iteration of Mandel in the record will be Mandel 3.0, but the first implementation of Antelope, or I guess the release of Antelope, which currently today is going to be released as release candidate 4, which is the final version, that will be Leap 3.1. And so Leap is born. The Antelope is the new protocol. Leap is the C+ implementation of EOS, essentially, or what was formerly known as EOS. So Leap is the implementation of Antelope. And so, yes, that's the first release name. So no more Mandel.
Yeah. And Areg, if you're able to comment on the reason for Leap, this is actually much better naming conventions than what we previously had, because what we previously had was EOSIO as the protocol and EOSIO as the C++ implementation. Whereas now Leap, which is Leap 3.1, the version, the C++ iteration of Antelope, it's essentially equivalent to Geth on Ethereum, which is Go Ethereum. So it's the Go version of Ethereum. It's not the only version of Ethereum. There's also CPP Ethereum and several other versions. So this is essentially future-proofing the naming, because as we know, historically, EOSIO had terrible naming conventions. We're trying to improve upon that, because maybe one day there will be a Rust implementation of EOS, for example, or Antelope, I should say, or a Go version. So this will allow it to have, I guess, less confusion. Because if we stuck to what we had before, where both were called EOSIO, then when you have two people having a conversation and EOSIO is mentioned, you don't really know if they're referring to the protocol or to that particular version of the client.
Or the coin, or the network,
yeah.
or.
Yeah. So if I missed anything, Areg, and you want to help out, because I'm definitely
you covered it. The analogy to Ethereum, I think, works well. So you have Ethereum, the protocol, and then you have implementations of it like Geth or Parity. So similarly, we have now Antelope, the protocol, and we have currently one implementation of it, which is Leap. And yeah, maybe in the future we'll have more. There's no plan for that now. But the point is, I think, this leads the way towards hopefully getting a little bit more rigorous with the protocol, maybe describing that and then allowing for a process, I hope, in the future where we capture improvements to the protocol first to Antelope, and then we follow that and actually implement it in Leap. And there's going to be some process involved with introducing changes to the protocol.
Yeah, and to ease into the new names, because it really made a lot of noise with Antelope today, but Leap may come as a surprise to especially non-developers. So we'll use a naming convention like Antelope Leap 3.1 leading up to the consensus upgrade on September 21st, just to avoid confusion until Leap is more well known. But we're just giving you guys a heads up, because you guys are the community leaders, the people on this call, also like the EOS support guys. Like, everyone needs to help out with making sure that the community is on point on the new naming and what everything means in any hour of the day to help avoid confusion within the Discord or the Telegram channels. So that's why I wanted to bring this up. And I would be remiss if I didn't give credit to the marketing genius who came up with Leap, and that would be Matt Witherspoon, one of the ENF engineers. We debated over this name for over an hour on a call, because it was one of the final pieces to the Antelope rebrand that was missed until a bit closer to launch than we would have liked. And after an hour of debate, like, we're talking like our new CMO, me, Yves, everyone who you'd expect to be these excellent marketers or communicators. And then Matt, out of nowhere, he says nothing on the entire call. The last 5 minutes of the call, how about Leap? And it was so simple and so genius that it stuck. And we reached consensus very quick within the ENF. We passed it on to the coalition, reached consensus very quick with the coalition. And that's how Leap was born.